I stand on the remains of an old rickety pier. Ancient planks of wood barely held together with great iron fittings and bolts, brown and flaked with rust. A large wooden ship is moored at the end of the dock, its mast betraying a gentle tilt against the clouds above. The world around me, everything I can see, is covered with water. I turn to my right. In the distance, a long abandoned, flooded city sits rotting without a hint of movement among its sunken skyscrapers. From the architecture, I know the city is a relic of a time long past. Rough, crumbling concrete structures droop into the water, caked with layers of soggy, wrinkled paint. I suddenly realize I'm not alone on the pier. Actually, I stand among 5 other people, 3 men and 2 women, their skin marked by thick scars and worn streaks of war paint. I ask myself who they are. For that matter, I wonder where I am. As if through a whisper, the dream state tells me they are elite fighters, selected for a harrowing mission. I am with them in order to prove myself, to earn a place among their ranks. The ruffian crew begin to march toward the derelict boat, and I follow. The leader is a tall, slim man. He raises his hand and gestures low and around, and the team curves its path toward the side of the boat. We leap off the dock and catch onto the hull, digging our fingers between the withered slats. As silent as the breeze, we make our way around to the rear of the ship and heave ourselves over the ledge onto the deck. As we carefully creep along the smooth wooden floor, I can see the tension rippling through the muscles in their shoulders. They're expecting something. I should be expecting something, but I can't remember exactly what. All I know is we are to be quiet and move slowly, that the enemy is highly sensitive to vibrations. I know that one mistake with this mysterious enemy could cost both life and limb. I notice movement in the corner of my eye. A dark shape slithers out from the ship's cabin. As the thing comes closer to me, moving in total, eerie silence, I watch it, puzzled. Its form is hard to decipher in the fleeting glimpses, but I can make out a round shape, perhaps an arm's length, and as big around as my waist. My mind conjures the image of a gigantic slug. Another look reveals thin, reptilian skin. The more I see of it, the more it seems to move without any concern for us intruders. The creature settles in a corner of the deck, and, alerted, we all begin sweeping our eyes over the scene, to make sure there are no other parties in the area. Just as I turn my focus away, the thing jerks unnaturally. It contorts itself into a globular, amorphous shape before hurling its mass into the air, spinning violently. As it spins, a jointed, pink appendage emerges from one end of it. In a moment of excruciating clarity, almost in slowed motion, I witnessed the terrifying image of an organic, bony structure emerge from the glistening pink appendage. A deathly sharp, living blade. The creature begins to soar erratically toward my head, whirling like a tornado of flesh, faster than I can react. Just before it strikes me, long, golden braids of hair flutter past my face. One of the warrior women springs into action, drawing a curved blade from her side and cleaving the monster in 2. The heavy chunks of meat flop to the ground, showing its constitution of nearly solid muscle underneath inconspicuously armored skin. The team braces themselves. At least 3 more slugs emerge from various crevices in response to the commotion on the deck. As I draw my blade from my hip and make ready for the fight, I begin to remember my training. Wait, parry, then at the perfect moment, and only then, strike or die. Another monster flings itself at me and I narrowly dodge it, swinging my knife upward blindly and cutting it open. Its pale, bloodless entrails spill out onto the ground. Its bone blade thrashes violently against the floorboards. By the time I finish my enemy with a well-timed thrust, the others have dealt with the rest of the slugs. We go on to search every space on the ship and find no more resistance. Our leader, the Thin Man, deems the ship safe and commands us to take positions to sail it back to our home. As we ride the winds, we pass by other teams ferrying smaller spoils on their way to our hideout. We playfully gloat over them, having scored such a large vessel as our prize. After a while, we arrive at a makeshift dock that floats next to what looks like the second floor of an old, flooded restaurant. The wall adjacent to the dock has window openings which have clearly been expanded to serve as doorways. Water laps at the edge of a flooded stairwell as ancient mold crawls up the walls. We enter, led by our fearless leader, and are greeted with the cheers of all kinds of people living among the sopping wet squalor. The people around us wear patchwork garments made from clothing and fabrics reclaimed from a long-dead civilization. Old leather and canvas, and... wait a minute. I remember now. This is my tribe. We approach a long, roughly hewn wooden table. Behind it sit 5 elders, staring silently at us. Each of the 5 warriors in my party walks to an elder and holds out their hand. Each elder then opens their mouth, revealing a small metal trinket. As I strain my eyes to see what each one receives, to me, they look like ordinary earrings or charms. A smile blooms across each elder's face as they hand their trinket to their chosen warrior. In turn, each warrior attaches their gift to a chain that hangs around their neck. With this ritual concluded, a look of relief and triumph washes over everyone in the room, and a celebration begins. In my pride for my teammates, it escapes me that I didn't receive a gift from the elders. Suddenly, the moment is tinged with a sadness as I realize I have no gift to show for surviving my first real mission. As I reflect on my place in the tribe, I feel a tiny pull on my pant leg. I look down to see a small girl, no more than 4 years old. She holds up a tiny, flimsy cardboard box with a heartbreaking smile on her face. I take the box from her hands gently, and it dawns on me. This girl, though I don't recognize her, I remember. She loves me. I open the box to reveal a small, surprisingly well-kept square of dark chocolate. My eyes widen as if I've laid them upon a bar of pure gold. I bite into the chocolate, and a shocking sensation of raspberry filling tears into my brain, taking over all my senses. A tear runs down my face at the beauty of this otherworldly flavor experience. With misted eyes, I stoop to one knee, thanking the girl. As I do, she looks around behind me. I turn to see an unfamiliar woman standing with an anxious patience, staring into my eyes, expectantly. And I suddenly remember something else. This woman loves me too. These people are my family, and I've been gone from them a long, long time. Flashes of memories begin flooding into my mind. The girl, she had no family. I found her somewhere. The woman helped me take care of her, and she eventually came to see us as her parents. I remember that I've been to this place in my dreams before. Some version of myself has walked these halls and held these people in his arms. I wonder, was it me, or was it someone else? If it was me, and I don't remember it, am I truly the one who loved these people, this community in the water? Hey there, my friends. Mr. X Dreams here. I haven't discussed dreams on this channel in quite a while. Can't remember when the last one was. And this all is happening, this video and everything, is because just a few hours ago as I write this, I saw a comment on an old video that was about a dream. Ironically, I think it was one of the multiverse entries that I did years ago. And that inspired me to look at my dream journal and see if I really had anything recent and interesting to talk about, and wouldn't you know it, I found this one. This was one of those dreams that gave me this deep, melancholic feeling of missing memories. I felt echoes of a connection with so many beautiful people, and almost felt as if I was failing them by my inability to remember what we had all been through together. I remember knowing that the elders held those trinkets in their mouths from the moment we set off on our mission, and they could not speak until we safely returned, like this was part of a ritual of some sort. I also had the feeling that the slug creatures were there somehow because of me, that perhaps I had brought them there from another place, another realm, and that was the reason why I had to accompany this team of honestly much better trained fighters. Seeing the warrior ritual and the visceral reaction I had to seeing the sweet girl holding the box with probably the only chocolate she had ever seen in her life, the tenderness in the eyes of the woman that some version of me, somewhere out there in the dream world, truly loved. Sometimes it's almost too much to bear. The emotions I feel when recalling this dream and others like it are really hard to describe. But if I had to try, I would say I feel like I've been robbed of a past and a future that I didn't know I had. On top of that, I feel like I've taken that from the family I had in the dream too. Like I should be able to find them and be with them. Is that strange? I don't know. I wonder because this wasn't the only dream I've had that gave me this feeling, that's made me ask myself if these lovely people are out there somewhere in the ether, waiting for me, wondering where I've gone and if I'll ever be back. The dream world is a strange place, my friends. So anyway, tell me, have you ever had a dream from which you felt guilty for waking up? Let me know down in the comments. And if you stayed to the end, by the way, use the code word sluggish in your comment down below. Get creative with it. That way I'll know who the real dreamers are. So I hope you enjoyed another look into my dreams, my friend. I'll talk to you again soon. Till next time, I'm Mr. X, and may your nights be full of dreams. All right. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, don't forget to like and share. If you made it to the very end, you're exactly the kind of subscriber I'm looking for. Don't forget to turn on those notifications. That way, you can catch the live show and discuss the stories with me. Your input might even appear in my next video. Last thing, if you heard a code word after the story, type it in a comment down below so I know who the real dreamers are. Take care, my friend. Until next time.